Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation to do with my SDF about leadership foundation attributes. During this session, we will discuss different leadership attributes. I will talk to you about some self-assessment and plan to improve on the attributes that I've chosen. We will review to see how it's going, and we will have lots of discussions between ourselves. You will be asking questions, I'll be answering them. Be very formal, okay? So welcome, let's get into it. So, there were 8 emergency management leadership attributes that we could choose from. They are confidence, courage, empathy, initiative, integrity, loyalty, self-motivation, and self-judgment. Do any of these in particular stand out with either of anybody in this room? Dave?
Yeah, I like the ones I think are pertinent is confidence, integrity, loyalty, self-motivation, and sound judgment.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
they are
Big
great
ones for
ones.
those. Look, don't get me wrong, the other 3 are very important too, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they resonate with you
that's
very
right.
strongly.
That's what sits with me.
Yeah, beautiful. Anthony?
Yeah, when I also did my presentation on this, I chose self-motivation and sound judgment. They both stood out the most to me, both in relevance to our job and myself.
Definitely. I think you could, all of these hold a strong part to be part of the MFS in our leadership model. So if you chose anyone, you'd be on the mark. But the reason I chose the 2 that I'm about to tell you is something I believe that I could improve on. I was kind of okay with it, but it still needed a little bit of improvement, but we'll get through to that on the next slide. But thank you for your input. Just before we actually get to, I missed this in my notes, before we actually get to the ones that I chose, I like this little model here. Pretty much just shows that leadership is all around station. So it's leadership at jobs, leadership at station, leadership in the community. We can still be leaders when we go to the shops. If you see something at the shops, you're not wearing the uniform, we're in public, you can still lean on those 8 attributes to be a good member of the community. So it doesn't all just stop at work. So we've got leaders around station, leaders within the community, leaders in different roles. So we've all got we're going to senior firefighters, we've got young firefighters, Todd Johnston, that are aspiring to become leaders, and Rossi, you as in the station officer leadership role. So we've all got our different roles that we have to push towards. You may see a fair few photos of wolves in this PowerPoint. I like the concept of you're only as strong as the pack. So the pack looks after each other. So that's kind of what we are. We're like a wolf pack, not like the Hangover. But yeah, you have your leaders in the pack. Everybody helps the pack out. It's all for the best interest of the pack. All right. So the 2 that we had to pick 2. The 2 that I've chosen, integrity and empathy. That's the ones I chose. The dictionary meanings. So what the dictionary, so if you look up the Oxford Dictionary, the word integrity, meaning the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. So it's quite a good meaning, I guess. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. All right. So that's what it states in the dictionary. I wanted to sort of come up with my own meaning for myself. So Trent's meaning and reason for choosing these. First of all, the meaning that I think with integrity at its core is being honest and having strong moral principles, consistently doing what is right even when it's difficult or no one is watching. Now, the reason I chose integrity, because I think that is pretty much everything in life. As a person, if you've got strong morals, you do what's right even when nobody's watching. I think that's going to get you through life, not just in this job, with any situation in the world. So I chose that, and then I want to always improve on your qualities. So even if you think that you've got a few of those ticked off, there's always ways to improve, which we'll go through that after. Empathy, the ability to see things from another's perspective and feel their emotions. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes might lead to you act with compassion and do what you can to improve their situation. So that's a lot with the jobs that we go to, MBAs, assist SAS. I think we get, especially me, it becomes a job, you rock up and you're tasked to do the job. I think I want to pull back a bit and be a bit more patient focused and put yourself in their situation. So if somebody gets their rear end bumped into, to us it's just a minor clean up, sweep, glass off the road, see you later. To them it could be the biggest inconvenience of their life, traumatic incident. So if we can put ourselves in their shoes, we could really change their day while showing them a bit more empathy. How these qualities fit in with the MFS values. Integrity. So always doing the right actions that benefit the MFS, your crew, and the community. To go over that a bit, we always think we've been watched at jobs as well, but even us as fireys, you're known as a fiery by Auntie Pam, Uncle Bob, whenever you're out and about. So those strong integrities, if they see you doing something that's a bit below board, that comes straight back to you. The MFS makes us all look stupid. So yeah, always doing the right things, completing tasks when no one is watching to a high standard, conducting with integrity through day-to-day activities even when not at work. So we're not going to, once we take our clothes off, go to Woolworths and accidentally put something in our pocket. We're not having very good integrity. It's the right thing to do. It's probably not very good actually. Then we've got empathy. Showing empathy at incidents, no matter how big or small, like we spoke about before. Never making the community feel like a burden. So sometimes we get calls at 2 in the morning, minor clean up, or we get minor cleanups or assist resident that we think, oh, this is an emergency, we've had to wake up, it's pretty much a waste of time. In their head, we're going out there, and instead of going, oh, what's the problem, what are we doing, we go out, any way we can help you, what can you do, yep, fix it. It helps them, makes us look good, we show empathy, and they feel like they've just been given the royal treatment. Going above and beyond to help people during and after incidents. So during the incident, like we were saying, we've had that road crash the other day, Anthony, where that lady was like, oh, I've lost my shoe. Like, you show a little bit of empathy with, all right, let's turn the car upside down, to just go that above and beyond. We're going to find your shoe just before you go off into the ambulance. And I like this one, showing empathy to fellow work colleagues. So we can all be we all joke around, we're a big family, we have a bit of fun, but I think it's really nice when we've all got young children come in, oh, this is happening, we have that empathetic shoulder to lean on and give the right advice and just listen. So yeah, that's how they fit in. So self-assessment on the integrity and empathy. Integrity, I feel like I have strong, genuine morals, and I'm very honest, which if any of you don't agree, please chime in and I will stand too honest. Yeah, probably get myself in trouble with that. I try to do the right thing even when no one is around, but as I was saying, there's always room for improvement. So I think as a person, you want to shoot for the high standards, but I want to be doing all the big things to have high standards, show that, yep, we've just done this big thing. I may forget about the little things around station, so we'll get into that a bit later, but yeah, less important jobs maybe don't get the attention they deserve. So if you're cleaning, quickly clean up. Yep, let's go. So that's this integrity. For empathy, I feel like I have a very empathetic side, genuinely care about people and want to make them feel better. But like we were saying before, you can get too focused on the job and forget about the person. So if we've got a fire at the end of it, like, oh, where's the homeowner? Like, it's not hard to, Rossi, you obviously deal with that a lot more than us, but you can get a bit too job specific and forget about there's an actual empathetic side to it, that somebody's just lost or had the worst night of their life, worst day of their life. And I chuck this on in, it's a bit personal, but while I was raised pretty, it says raised with a hard shell, but you just suck it up, get on with it. If you hurt your feelings, yeah, don't worry about it, we'll be right. So this has been good for me to try to work on that side of empathy, because you're getting out of your norm, and yeah, it's helping. So my plan to improve these attributes, take on more responsibility around station. So the cleaning the bathrooms, doing that. So I unpack the dishwasher quite well, as the boys would say, but it can be, I'm going to start cleaning the bathroom, start getting into the nooks and crannies. Just because you flush the toilet and put a little bit of bleach in it doesn't mean it's clean. Do all the right things, making sure I keep a high standard in monotonous jobs. So like we were saying, the cleaning, truck checks, station maintenance, you can get a bit blasé with that sometimes, and I think there's always room to improve on integrity, and that's the side of integrity. So I'm planning that what I have been improving is being a bit more thorough with cleaning, thorough with the truck checks, not just if we're at a road crash, not just kicking, if there's a little bit of glass on the road, going that extra mile, do the right thing, making sure that there's no stone left unturned. Empathy, being more patient and person orientated at incidents, not being so job focused. Follow up or put people onto the appropriate services if needed. That's to do with work colleagues as well. So if someone's having a bad day or keep noticing, haven't had sleep, put them onto, do you need a chat? There's these people you can talk to if life's getting a bit hard. How can I help to make your life easier? And yeah, not just completing the job and leave the incident. So as we did the other night with that family, Rossi, we stayed with them until the tow trucks come, until police come. They had young children, got mosquito spray out the car, try to do everything we can. Anthony, you pop the boots, they get their pram out. Just go that above and beyond, make them really feel like they are the most important thing at that time. A bit of a review. So like I said, I've been trying to take on more monotonous jobs around station, completing them with a high standard, which I hope all of you have noticed. I'm very, very much doing all the nitty-gritty work at the moment. So yeah, I've definitely been trying with that, and I feel like it's coming up, and that just transfers over into life. You do it at station, it transfers over at home, transfers into every aspect. Empathy, focus on patience at incidents and trying to go above and beyond. I feel like we've been doing that a lot as well. Anthony, when we went to that assist SAS the other day up on Grand Junction Road, the 3-story, we make sure we put the bird spikes back on. We took their screen door off, make sure we put it all back on, put everything back where it needs to be, ask them if there's anything they need help with. So yeah, trying to go a bit more above and beyond at incidents, which I believe's really working. And I've been logging these incidents so we can go over them. And Rossi, I know you and me have been speaking about it. So it's a plan to continually improve. It doesn't just stop now, but yeah, I'm happy with where it's going. Thank you for sitting here and listening to this presentation. Does anybody have any questions or comments that I'd like to chuck in? Beautiful, means I've bored you or done a really good job. Thanks
So,
very much.
Oh, one question. Do
Yeah.
you think that, like, you're looking for self-improvement, which is a great thing, do you think that that's, you've gone as far as you can go with it? Or
Definitely not. No. So this has been honestly over a month journey so far. So there's always, I think, you do this over your whole career. There's always steps and steps. We never get to the ceiling. And just with any of those 8 attributes, if you feel like you've got to the ceiling of a couple of the attributes that you've chosen, which I don't think personally you ever can, there's always room for improvement, but we can go look at other attributes and go, okay, I think this should be an ongoing sort of attention to detail with leadership roles, and even not in leadership roles, just as fireys and as people, that we're constantly improving to make ourselves better, which makes the organisation better, which makes everybody happier, works in with everything. So yes, to answer your question.
And you can integrate those other 5 or 6 points as well in that whole, really concentrate on the 2 you've got, but obviously keeping in the background those other ones you can improve on them
For
as well.
sure, definitely. And yeah, like we're saying, no one's perfect, so I think we all need to just keep improving, and every now and then have a look at the attributes and have a look at yourself, have a chat. We've got a pretty honest crew here, so I feel that if anybody's lacking in areas, we can have a little chat and we can all grow as a team. So no, it's very good. But yeah, thank you very much.